Hi, welcome once more to Mr. Max. In this lesson, we are going to revise from September 2022 Gauteng province questions, sequence and series questions. Okay, September 2022 Gauteng province sequence and series. That is question number 2 and 3. So listen very carefully. Look at the first question, question number 2.1. Given the quadratic sequence, so there is a quadratic sequence given like this: 20, 12, 10, 14, 12, 10, 14, etc. And it is given that this one is a quadratic sequence. So if it is a quadratic sequence, definitely you can find a common difference. Am I right? Okay. So what is the common difference here? What is the common difference? T2 minus T1, 12 minus 20, that is minus 80. 10 minus 12, that is minus 2. 14 minus 10, that is 4. So that is the first difference. Now we have to find the second difference. Okay. So in a quadratic sequence, second differences are the same. So we are supposed to get the same number here. Okay. So anyway, minus 2 minus 8. So this one is minus 2 plus 8. So it is 6. So here the second difference is 6. Now look at this one. 4 minus 2. Am I right? So minus is plus. 4 plus 2 is 6. So here also you can see that the second difference is 6. Okay. So now we got the first difference and also the second difference. Look at the first question, 2.1.1. 2.1.1. What is that question? Determine an expression for nth term of the pattern in the form Tn is equal to an square plus. So you have to find an expression for the nth term. So don't forget that this is a quadratic sequence. Am I right? So in a quadratic sequence, what is the general formula? Tn, an square plus bn plus c. Am I right? And here we have to find the values of a, b and c. So how can we find that values of a, b and c? We have to call this second difference as 2a. I hope you know this method now. Okay, second difference as 2a. Then the first difference 3a plus b, and the given sequence a plus b plus c. Okay, now start from the bottom here. Okay, so 2a is equal to 6. 2a is equal to 6. So what is a from there? 2a is equal to 6. What is a? A is equal to 2 multiplication. So if this 2, if I take to the other side, it is division. Am I right? So it is 6 divided by 2. So it is 3. So the value of a is 3. Now we have to find the value of b. So for that we can take this equation. What is the second equation? 3a plus b is equal to, what is the first number? Minus 8. So what is the value of a? A is 3. So here we can substitute the value of a as 3. So 3 times 3 plus b is equal to minus 8. So 3 times 3 is 9. So that plus 9, if you take to this side, it is minus 9. Am I right? Okay. So b is equal to minus 8. This 9 on the other side, it is minus 9. So what is b? Minus 8 minus 9. Check in your calculator. What is answer? Minus 17. So we got the value of b as minus 17. So what is outstanding now? We have to find the value of a. C. Am I right? So for that we have to take this equation. What is that equation? A plus b plus c is equal to, what is the first term? 20. And now we can substitute the values of a and b. What is a? It is 3. Then plus b. B is minus 17 plus c is equal to 20. So plus times minus is minus. So 3 minus 17. What is 3 minus 17? Minus 14 plus c is equal to 20. So what is c? We have to take this minus 14 to the other side. So it is positive 14. So it is 20 plus 14. So c is equal to 20 plus 14 is 34. So now look at this one. We got all the values. A is 3, b is minus 17 and c is 34. Am I right? So now we can substitute the value here. Therefore, Tn is equal to an square. What is the value of a? We got 3. So it is 3n square. B we got as minus 17. So minus 17n plus 34. C is 34. So plus 34. And that is the nth term or general term or last term, okay, of the secant. What is here the question? Determine an expression for the nth term. So that is the nth term. Okay, so that is question number 2.1.1. Now let's move to the next question, 2.1.2. Okay, let's move to the next question, question number 2.1.2. Question number 2.1.2. So it's 2, Okay, what is question number 2.1.2? The first difference form an arithmetic sequence. Yeah, of course, this is an arithmetic sequence. Am I right? Because the common difference is 6. So if there is a common difference, that is an arithmetic sequence. So this minus 8, minus 2, 4, that is the first difference. Am I right? This is the first difference and this is the second difference. Now they are saying that this first difference is an arithmetic sequence. We know that it's an arithmetic sequence. Am I right? Okay. So what is the first difference? Minus 8, minus 2, 4, etc. That is an arithmetic sequence. Okay. Now continue read that question. Determine between which successive terms in the quadratic sequence the first difference will be 148. What is the meaning of that sentence? Look at that question once more. Determine which successive terms in the quadratic sequence. So this first one is the quadratic sequence. Okay. So between which two terms, which two successive terms. So 20, 12, 10, 14, etc., 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 etc. Somewhere there are two successive terms means next to each other, consecutive terms. Okay, and the first difference of that two terms is, they are saying that it is 148, and you have to say determine between which successive terms. So it means that you have to find between which two successive, you have to find if it is a 50th term and 49th term or like that. Okay, between which two successive terms the first difference is 148. You understand? Okay, so here what we can do in this 148 is the first difference. Am I right? So minus 8, minus 2, 4, etc., 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 etc. There is a term 148. Okay, so here you have to assume that this is 148. So that's then you have to assume that one is the last term or the Tn. Okay, so this 148 you have to assume that it is Tn. Okay, and it is given that this one is an arithmetic sequence. Am I right? You can find a common difference, and what is the common difference? It's a 6. Okay, so if it is an arithmetic sequence, how can you find Tn? What is the formula to find a Tn? There is a formula you studied, a plus n minus 1 into d. You remember this formula? Okay, so here what is Tn? Tn we have to take it as 148. A plus, what is a? Minus 8 plus n minus 1 into d. What is the common difference in this sequence? Here we already got that answer. It is 6. Second term minus first term. So it is 6. So now we have to, from here we have to find the value of this n. Okay, so how can I find n? Take this minus 8 to this side. So it is 148 plus 8 is equal to, let me write this, okay, n minus 1 into 6. This is times. So if I want to take this 6 to this side, it is division, because here it is multiplication. So on the other side it is division. So this one is 156. Then this 6 on the other side it is division. That means divided by 6, and that is n minus 1. So what is this one? 26. So 26 is equal to n minus 1. So from here take this minus 1 to this side, so n is equal to 27. So it means that the value of n is 27. Okay, so it means, now look at the question once more. Determine between which successive terms in the quadratic sequence the first difference will be 148. So here n is equal to 27 means this 148 is the 27th term. You have to understand that one. Okay, n is equal to 27 means that this 148 is the 27th term. So which term is this one? Now look at this one. Here you have to understand something. This is T1, this is T2, second term, T3, third term, fourth term, etc. And you have to write like that, between which terms. Okay, between which two terms. Okay, so here you have to find between this, which term is this, which term is this one. Then we can say that between those two terms the common difference is 148. Okay, so now look at this one. Here in this arithmetic sequence, the first term, this is the first term in this arithmetic sequence, am I right? Okay, and that is a difference of second term minus first term. So first term is the difference of 2 minus 1, second term T2 minus T1. Okay, and this second term is the difference of what? T3 minus T2, am I right? Okay, then this third term in the arithmetic sequence, that is the difference of, third term is the difference of T4 minus T3. What do you understand from here, guys? Look at the second term. Second term is the difference of T2 minus, is it not T2 minus T second term? T3, sorry. Second term is T3 minus T2, sorry. Second term is the difference of T3 minus T2, 10 minus 12, like that. Okay, now look at the second term. Here when you want to find the second term here, that is one more than these two, that is T3 minus the same number T2. When you want to find the third term, okay, this third term, what you have to do? One more than these three, that is 4, T4 minus T3, am I right? Similarly, when you want to find the 27th term, so how I am supposed to write? T, one more than this 27, that means T28 minus same number T27. You understand? Okay, so it means that this 148 is the difference of 28th and 27th term. You understand? So you have to write the therefore 148 is the difference of 28th and 27th term. Which two consecutive terms? That means 28th term and 27th term. When you subtract that one, you will get 148. You understand? Okay, so that is question number 2.1.2. Now let's move to the next question, 2.1.3. Okay, let's move to the next question, question number 2.1.3. Question number 2.1.3. What is that question? Determine the smallest value of n for which Sn is greater than 10,140. What is the question? You have to find the smallest value of n for which Sn is greater than 10,140. You have to find the smallest value of n. Okay, and what is the condition given? Sn. What is Sn means? Sum of the n terms, sum of n terms. Am I right? Okay, Sn is greater than 10,140. So in the arithmetic sequence, that is very important. Now they are talking about this sequence, not the quadratic sequence. You understand? Okay. So in this sequence, Sn is greater than 10,140. This is the arithmetic sequence, not this one, quadratic. Okay. Okay. So in an arithmetic sequence, how can you find Sn? What is the formula to find Sn? You know the formula, n over 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d. That is the formula to find Sn, sum of n terms, okay, and that is greater than 10,140. Okay, so here we know you have to find the smallest value of n, am I right? Okay, so here n by 2, we don't know why we are going to find n. Okay, so 2 into what is a first term, it is minus 8 into plus n minus 1 into d. What is the common difference here? We know that it is 6, and that one is greater than 10,140. Okay, so what is here? N over 2 into 2 into minus 8 is minus 16. 6 into n is plus 6n. 6 into minus 6 is minus 6, is greater than 10,140. So here n over 2 into, we can write that 6n first. Minus 16 minus 6. What is that? Minus 22 is greater than 10,140. Am I right? Okay. Now we can expand the bracket. This n times 6n, that is 6, n times n is n square, then divided by 2. I expand this bracket like this. Multiply this n by 2 into 6n. So n into n is n square. So numerator n square, then 6n square. Denominator this 2. Okay. Then now I have to multiply these 2. So it is n into minus 22. So it is minus 22n divided by this 2. Okay, is greater than 10,140. So here what is this one? 6n square by 2, that is 6 by 2 is 3. So it is 3n square. 22 by 2, that is minus 11n. Now take this one to this side. So it is minus 10140 is greater than 0. I took this one also to the left side. Now this is a quadratic equation, am I right? Okay, so we have to factorize that quadratic equation. Okay, so here either you have to factorize like this, is greater than 0. Okay, so if you can find 3n square, so here it is 3n, and what is this one? Sum minus 11, product minus 10140. So it is check in your calculator. Product, I hope you know the factorization. Okay, so here the problem is this number is little bit bigger. Okay, so anyway here it is n. So we have to find these two numbers. Okay, 60 minus 3n plus 169 into n minus 60 is greater than 0. Okay, so guys, here the numbers are little bit bigger. Okay, the method is the same, the one that you studied in algebra. So those who doesn't know this method, you have to watch the algebra lesson and try to understand how to factorize when the coefficient of n squared is not 1. Here the coefficient of n squared is 3, then the method is different. You remember I taught like this, something like this. Okay, and you write the product of this number and this number here, and the sum is here. Okay, so you have to watch that one. Okay, but here the only challenge is here the numbers are little bit bigger, that's all. Okay, otherwise the method is the same. Okay, so anyway, in case if you can't find the answer like this, if you can't find a big number like this, then what you are supposed to do? You are supposed to apply the quadratic formula. Do you remember the quadratic formula? I can call this as A, this is B, and this one is C. So, but Must not take too much time for this one. Okay, so here it's only 5 marks, but if you use that quadratic formula, it will take your time. Okay, so anyway, what is the quadratic formula? Minus b plus or minus square root of b square minus 4ac divided by 2a. This is the quadratic formula. So minus what is b? Minus 11. So I'm doing it a little bit faster. B square, what is b square? Minus 11 square, minus 11 square minus 4 into a is 3. Okay, 3 into c, what is c? Minus c is minus 10140. Okay, divided by 2 into a, 2 into 3. So you have to check in your calculator, guys. So here this is 11 plus or minus square root of 121 plus minus into minus is plus. Okay, so 4 times 3 times 10140. So it is 1216680 divided by 2 times 3 is 6. So first we can take the positive value. Okay, so it is 11 plus square root of 121 plus 121,680 divided by 6. So first x value is 60, then we can take the minus value. Okay, so let me change that one to minus 11 minus. So there it is minus 169 divided by 3. So can you see this one, guys? In this method also, look at this one. Here 3n is greater than 6. Here we are supposed to write a greater than, because here the symbol is greater than. Okay, anyway, here look at this one. 3n, let me write here on the top. So look at this one. 3n plus 169 is greater than 0. Okay, so from here what is 3n? Is greater than minus 169. So from here n is greater than minus 169 divided by 3. Can you see that here also you got minus 169 by 3. Okay, then second one, n minus 60 is greater than 0. So what is n? N is greater than 60. Can you see that in this method also we are getting 60. Okay, so anyway, we got the two values of n. One is minus 160, n is greater than minus 169 divided by 3, and the second n value is n is greater than 60. Okay, so here what is this n stands for? N stands for the number of terms. So number of terms, this 169 divided by 3 is a decimal number. So we can't say that okay, 7.2th term or a 50.56 term. You understand? Either 50th term or 51st term or something like that. Am I right? Okay. So here this one is not practical. This is not a valid n. Okay. So what is a valid n? N is greater than 60. So here it implies that n is greater than 60. Okay. Now look at the question once more. What is the question? Determine the smallest value of n for which Sn is greater than 10140 in the arithmetic sequence. So n is greater than 60. So the smallest value of n, therefore it implies that n is equal to 61. Greater than 60 means the smallest value after 60 is 61. Am I right? Okay. So n is equal to 61. That is the smallest value where the sum is greater than that 10140. Okay. So that is question number 2.1.3. Now let's move to 2.2. Let's move to the next question, question number 2.2. Question number 2.2. What is that question? If sigma is equal to r to r is equal to sigma r is equal to 1 to 5, sigma r is equal to 1 to 5, r plus b is equal to 10a. So if it is like this, what is the question? Determine b in terms of a. B in terms of a means you have to write the answer of b, and in that answer a must be there. That is the question. Okay. So now sigma r is equal to 1 to 5 means what? We have to substitute the value of r as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right, up to 5. Okay. So we can substitute the values. First 1. So it is 1 plus b. Am I right? Plus sigma means plus. Okay. Then r as 2. So it is 2 plus b. Plus r as 3. 3 plus b. Plus r as 4. So it is 4 plus b. Plus r as 5. So it is 5 plus b. And it is given that that one is the same as 10a. Do you understand? Only up to 5, because the last number here it is 5. So last r value is 5. 5 plus b. That is this one. Okay. Now just add all the numbers. 1, 3, 3 plus 3, 6, 6 plus 4, 10, 10 plus 5, 15. So number 15, 1b, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it is plus 5b is equal to 10a. Am I right? Okay. So from here, what is 5b? 5b is equal to, you can take this 10a to 15 to the other side. So it is 10a minus 15. Positive 15, on the other side it is minus 15. Divide throughout with 5. Divided by 5, divided by 5. So 5 cancel, remaining is b. 10 divided by 5 is 2a. 15 divided by 5 is 3. So now you can see that we got an answer for b in terms of a. B is equal to in terms of a. That means in your answer there is a. Okay. So that is that question, question number 2.2. Now let's move to the next question, question number 3. Question number 3. Given the following geometry sequence, so it is given that that one is a geometry sequence. And what is the geometry sequence? 24 by x is a series plus 12 plus 6x plus 3x square plus etc. So it is given in the question that that one is a geometric series. If it is a geometry series, definitely you can find a common ratio. Am I right? Okay. So what is a common ratio? So here you can see that this is T1, this is T2, T3, T4. Am I right? Okay. So here what is the first term in this one? A. First term, it is 24 by x. Okay. Now what is the common ratio? So guys, here common ratio doesn't mean that always you have to take T2 by T1. Okay. So if you take a T3 by T2 also, you are going to get the same answer. Am I right? Okay. Or a T4 by T3. There also you will get the same answer. Okay. Don't think that always you have to take this one. Why I am saying like this is, if you take a T2 and T1, 12 divided by T1 is a fraction, 12 divided by 24 by x. So it's you have to do more steps. So which one is easy? Let's take and then the next one, T3 by T2. Okay. But in effect you will get the same answer. Okay. So T3, that is 6x divided by T2, that is 12. So 6 by 12 is 1 over 2. So it is this 6, this 2 can 12 cancel, it is. So what is answer? X over 2. So it means that the value of r is x over 2. You understand? Okay. Now let's see what is the question. We didn't see the question. It is given in the question that that one is a geometry series. Okay. Now what is the first question? 3.1. 3.1. What is that question? Calculate the sum to infinity. You have to find the sum to infinity. In a geometry series, what is the formula to find the sum to infinity? S infinity, what is the formula? A divided by 1 minus r. Am I right? So we know here what is the value of a first term 24 by x. Am I right? So 24 by x divided by 1 minus r. What is r? We got it as x over 2. Now we have to simplify this one, guys. Okay, so here this one is 24 by x divided by, we can take the LCM, 2 into 1 2 minus x, so it is 2 minus x divided by this denominator. Am I right? Okay, so I took the LCM here. 2 times 1 is 2, 2 minus x is 2 minus x, then denominator 2, or LCM is 2. Okay, so here it is division. Different methods you can apply. So one method is 24 by x divided by 2 minus x by 2. Am I right? That is this division. Okay, that is this one. So when it is division of a fraction, in primary school grade 7 you study it. Division of a fraction, you have to multiply and reciprocal. Okay, so this one is 24 by x times this 2 on the numerator, 2 divided by 2 minus x. So here 24 times 2, that is 48, divided by x into 2 minus x, and that is the sum to infinity. Okay, to 48 divided by 2, or you can expand the bracket also. You can write it like that also. It's not compulsory, but okay, anyway. So here this is 48 divided by x into 2 is 2x, x into minus x is minus x squared. You can write it like that also. Okay, so that is question number 3.1. Now let's move to the next question, 3.2. Okay, let's move to the next question, question number 3.2. What is that question? Write down the values of x, values, that means more than one values. Okay, write down the values of x for which the sequence converges. So in a geometry series or a sequence, converging means, what is the condition? The value of r must be between -1 and +1. Am I right? So here what is the value of r in our question? We got r as x over 2. So substitute that one. -1 less than x over 2 less than 1. This is the condition for convergency. The value of r must be between -1 and +1. So in our question, what is the value of r? X over 2. Now you know the inequality. This is inequality. How can you simplify this one? If I multiply these 2 to this side, I must multiply 2 here also. Okay, so 2 times -1, -2 less than x, 2 times 1, that is 2. So it means that the value of x is between -2 and 2. That is the question. Find the values of x where it is convergent. So what are the values of x? X is between -2 and +2. Okay, so that is question number 3.2. Now let's move to the next question, 3.3. Now let's move to the next question, question number 3.3. Question number 3.3. What is that question? For which values of x will the series increases? So increase. So for which values of x? Here also you have to find the value of x, but what is the condition? For which values of x will the series increase? So that series increase. So what type of series is that? Is a geometric series. Okay, so if a geometric series increase means what is the meaning of that one, guys? Look at this one. For example, let me write a simple geometric series. For example, 2, 4, then 8, 16, 32. Is it not a geometric series, this one? Am I right? Okay, so here in this geometry series, is it increasing or decreasing? It is increasing. Am I right? 2, 4, 8 is increasing. Okay, and here what is the common ratio? 4 by 2. Am I right? Second term divided by first term. This is a geometry series. Okay, so 4 by 2 is 2. You understand? Okay, but if I write another geometry series like this, 16, 8, 4, 2, etc. This is also a geometry series. Okay, and here what is the common ratio? Common ratio is 8 divided by 16. Am I right? Second term divided by first term. So 8 by 16. 8 by 16 is 1 over 2. Am I right? 1 over 2 means is less than 1. Am I right? Between 0 and 1. That is, it is less than 1. So when the R value is less than 1, the geometry series is not increasing, it is decreasing. Do you understand? Okay, so here look at this one, this geometry series 2 2 2 2 2. This is also a geometry series. Don't think that it's not a geometry series. Okay, this is a geometry series. Why? If you try to find R here, R is equal to 2 divided by 2, 1, 2 divided by 2, 1, 2 divided by 2, 1. That means you are getting a common ratio. And what is that common ratio? It is 1. You understand? So when R is equal to 1, okay, when R is 1, it's not increasing, it's not decreasing. Am I right? Not increasing, not decreasing. Is constant when R is equal to 1. Okay, but R is equal to 2. 2 means it's a greater than 1. Am I right? 2 means 2 is greater than 1. Okay, so when the R value is greater than 1, so it means that that geometry series is increasing geometry series. Okay, so when R is greater than 1, when R is greater than 1, it is increasing. Here R is what? Half, less than 1. Am I right? So now what happened to the geometry series? It is decreasing. Am I right? Okay, so when R is less than 1, the geometry series is decreasing. Am I right, guys? So what is the condition that you have to understand from here? If a geometry series is increasing, means the value of R is greater than 1. Do you understand? Okay, now come back to our question. So what is our question in 3.3? What is our question? You have to find the value of x for which the series, for which values of x will the series increase. So they want the series to be increased. So we know that a geometry series increase means the value of R must be greater than 1. You remember the example that I told you. Okay, so this is the condition for a geometry series to increase. Okay, so in our question, what is the value of x? What is the value of R? R is x over 2. So it is x over 2 is greater than 1. So cross multiply this one. So x is greater than 2 times 1, that is 2. So it means that when x is greater than 2, that series is increasing. Do you understand? Okay, so that is question number 3.3. Now let's move to the next question, 3.4. Okay, let's move to the next question, question number 3.4. 3.4. What is the question? If x is equal to 4, determine the sum of the secants to 15 terms. Sum of the secants, this is a geometry sequence. Am I right? Okay, so in this geometry sequence, what is the sum? Sn, what is the general formula? You have to by heart that formula, a into 1 minus r raised to n divided by 1 minus r. Am I right? Okay, so in this geometry series, what they are saying, you have to find the sum of the first 15 terms, and what is given? X is equal to 2. So now look at this one. If x is not 2, x is equal to 4. So if x is equal to 4, what is the first term? 24 divided by x. Here it is given x as 4. So what is the first term, guys? It is 6. Can you see that the first term is 24 by x? This is the one. Okay, so it is 24 by 4, it is 6. Okay, now what is the common ratio? Common ratio, we got it as x over 2. And what they are saying, x 4 by 2. So it is x value is given here in the question as 4. Okay, so it is 4 by 2, that is 2. So it means that if x is equal to 6, if x is equal to 4, the first term is 6 and the common ratio is 2. Do you understand? Now come back to our question. We have to find the sum of the first 15 terms. So we can substitute is equal to a. What is the first term? 6 into 1 minus r. What is the common ratio? 2 raised to n. We have to find the sum of the 15 terms. 2 raised to 15 divided by 1 minus r. What is r? It is 2. You understand? So now take your calculator, try to find the answer of that one. 196602. 196602. So the sum of the first 15 terms in that sequence is 196602. Okay, so guys, that is September 2022 Gauteng province sequence and series questions. So I hope all of you understand clearly, and so you can see that when you are doing each questions, okay, at least 1 or 2 questions you will get a new model. Okay, so that is why I'm keep on saying that practice maximum type of questions. Okay, maximum question paper that you have to practice, then you will get different ideas. Okay, so guys, thank you for watching. Keep on watching, practice maximum questions. Okay, see you on the next lesson. Thank you. Bye.